Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to the first half of June 2022. It's Rena here, and happy birthday to those of you who are June babies. Hope you're having a good day or night, wherever you are in the world. Oh man, whenever I do a closer camera, it's always hard to get everything in the shot. I'll pick an additional card. Seven of Cups isn't very committed. Okay, here we go. Chariot. I'll hold it up when it's time. Alrighty then. Heart of the Matter, Queen of Cups. I love this deck. What is the name of this deck? Cosmic Slumber Tarot. I don't know how many people are familiar with this deck. I can't remember how I found out about it. I think just perusing Amazon. Because I don't think I've ever seen anybody use it on YouTube, but I don't follow too many. I don't follow tarot readers for the most part. Probably just like one right now. I used to follow a lot. So the Heart of the Matter is the Queen of Cups, and this is a card of motherhood. Now, if you're a man, you can be, I was going to say a birthing person. The energy of the Queen of Cups is a double feminine energy. A man can express that as well if they desire to nurture someone. The idea of the healer, the idea of, and that could be the King of Cups too, but the Queen of Cups, that mothering quality that's associated with children or maybe grandchildren. Also the idea of artistic projects. That could be going on here too. You may just be somebody who is done with this idea of a certain type of job, and you're like, I'm an artist, I'm creative, I have to express that. And no longer do I have the luxury of just ignoring what I really truly am. So the person who feels that they came here to create, and that feeling of not being able to suppress it any longer, that desire to create can be very, very strong. Also creating a child. Gemini is one of those signs, I don't know if this is true, but you might come late to that party of wanting children. Maybe it hits you when you're 35. Baby fever. And, you know, it doesn't have to be physical. I mean, a child, like a human child. Maybe it's a fur baby. Maybe you want to start a garden or something, and that's kind of the Queen of Cups. That's the way that you choose to nurture life. Now, I picked, this is the past position. I got this in the reversed. The the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a card that in the upright position would be about independent, a person of independent means. In the reverse position, obviously, that is not the case. So if, let's say, you're somebody who on impulse quit your job and you're like, I'm an artist, and it's like, okay, now what? And you know, you went through all your savings. Now you might be like, oh man, you know, now what do I do? And this is one of the reasons why I do believe if you are interested in making a transition to, you know, starting your own business, or so, you know, like a lot of people there's all those things. If you ever go on Instagram, they're like, be your own boss, do this, do that. But the thing is that what they don't tell you is that sometimes you might not get clients right away. Maybe some people just like get them right off the bat, but some people might not. And it's like, okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to just kind of be under pressure, under the gun from day one? Or do you want to feel like you have that kind of loose attitude where you're not just tense about like, oh man, okay, I'm going through more and more on my savings and things like that. So, maybe some of you haven't been that realistic about it, because to me the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is being ungrounded, is being not financially prepared, and that creating some kind of an issue. Maybe if you're a mother, you're a single mother, you don't have that income, you're a stay-at-home mother, and you broke up with your partner, and now you feel like, okay, how am I going to pay the bills? Things like that, all those kinds of possibilities. The higher message is the Princess of Pentacles, which corresponds to the Page of Pentacles. A message about money. Maybe in the 11th hour you get this money. Usually I don't read this in like a typical, fortune teller kind of way. I don't call myself a fortune teller, but you know what I mean, just like as a thing of what's going to happen. But I think in that case, it could be important on the spiritual level, because it's like, do you have faith that things are going to work out? Now, it might be in the 11th hour, but I'm just thinking of myself. I have had times in my life, more than one time, where I had to just like let go and let God when it came to money, where where it wasn't even a question. And there's like this, it feels really peaceful when you've been worried about money. You're like, how am I going to do this? And then you just say, you know what? I'm just going to let go of all that need to know how it's going to happen, how everything's going to get restored. And it's such a relief, but it's sometimes you're not in the right mindset to be able to do that. Sometimes you're very into the control. So maybe you hear a message that makes you feel like it's going to be all right. Maybe you get a job offer. Page of Pentacles can be receiving a small lump sum of money, and that might be something that can tide you over if you're doing something. Maybe you're taking classes to be a healer and you needed that money because that's what you really want to do. What crosses you is the Three of Torches, the Three of Wands. This is a card of expansion and new territory when there's like a blockage when it's in the challenge position. Something feels blocked. Something feels narrowed in your life, Gemini. Maybe you are in some kind of a rut, which seems like impossible for a Gemini person to be in a rut, because you're like this person who's constantly in motion. But that can happen to anybody. And if the Nine of Pentacles is that you need money in some way, that can really affect your first chakra, the chakra of survival. And then it becomes hard to create. It becomes hard to feel like life is an adventure. The Three of Wands, it makes you tense up. And so we have to find some way to get back in that groove. What's coming in is the Devil card. This is a card of, it goes along with what I'm saying here about this issue of greed, this issue of excessive preoccupation with material resources or attachment to them. And this is also a card of Capricorn. So if you're dealing with a Capricorn individual, but just this idea of, with the Queen of Cups, it's much more spiritual. It's funny because the devil, Satan, is the energy of someone trying to seduce us into worldly types of behavior and attitudes. And we have to be able to see that for what it is and not allow it to affect us so much. So in other words, to see beyond the temptation. And I just thought of the Lord's Prayer, lead me not into temptation and deliver me from evil. And the really, and I think with Gemini sun signs, this might be most apropos for you if you have inner planets in Cancer, which, is a sign adjacent to you, you could easily have, and you feel, or even a moon sign in Cancer or Taurus or maybe Pisces, where there's that desire for financial security, feeling like that will solve your emotional security issues. And the thing is that the Cups energy, the water element, the irony is that that's also about your intuition. And your intuition, if you hone that, you can feel that sense of safety regardless of outer circumstances, and know that you're always divinely protected. And know that that the universe has your back. It's hard sometimes. It's very hard, believe me. But like I said, I've been there and I've done that and I've experienced this firsthand. And, there are so many ways that can change around for you, where you can experience help when you need it. It's not just one avenue. And so that's another thing with the Three of Wands, is like realizing that your good can come from multiple sources. The outcome is the Seven of Cups. And what I would say, because this can be confusion, delusion, wishful thinking, is watch for if this card comes up for you, especially now that Mercury has gone direct and that's your ruler. If you start to get communication, Gemini, about work, and you're just so relieved that you feel tempted to accept the first thing that you get, be very discerning. Don't believe everything you hear. Research it for yourself, because you want to make sure that if you get multiple offers, that you are choosing wisely, because you may be coming from this sense of being disoriented about your circumstance, and that can make you not very clear-headed, and you want to be as clear-headed as possible as you make your decision. And then I picked an additional card for clarification, and I got the Chariot. And this is the person. Now in this deck, they have the lions. I've had sphinxes, another deck, and another deck. The lions and the horses in another deck. The lions of duality, black and white horses, or dark and light horses. And this is the Chariot driver is firmly in the middle path. So being able to kind of achieve your goal, achieve success, and the Chariot card can be a card that you are going to win at something, but you have to do so by controlling opposing forces. And this can be anything from people talking to you in different directions and saying, one person saying this, oh, you should do this, and the other person, you should do that. And the truth is that you know yourself better than anyone else. But you do have a tendency to get distracted by what is going on around you. So you have to train that mind so that it is one-pointed and it can concentrate on the matter at hand and then achieve its victory. So all's well that ends well. I hope that you enjoyed this, Gemini. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.